My name is Kalia, but I prefer to be called Dior, which is my middle name. Um, I just wanted to introduce myself, and I wanted to give some insight on what I'm trying to do um, with this new life that I'm trying to start for myself. Um, I know that everyone has their good times, their bad times, their days that they're so frustrated they don't even know what to do next. They don't even know how they're going to get through the next day. And I understand that. And I've definitely been there, done that, still going through it. But I just wanted to share my testimony, and it took me literally until a couple days ago until realizing I got caught up in this mindset of thinking if you made money, if you went to work, if you did all the right things, then you'll be fine, then you'll be successful. But that's not always the case. You could do everything right in life and still be going through so much that you went through before you had that good job, before you started making money, and before you got the car, before you got a house. I've progressed myself so much through this past year. I, got in my first apartment, got in my first car, even ended up getting a second car, thinking that would make things more efficient for my family at the time. But now at this point in life, I'm sitting here like I did all of that. I got a good job. I had a salary job. Just to now be in a place where, one, finding out that I have hereditary medical conditions, in which the symptoms affect how much I work, when I can't work. It's unpredictable, the symptoms, and so I'm thinking, okay, I can make it through today. These past couple days at work, I pushed myself through the day, thinking, okay, as long as I get through today, and got through yesterday, even though waking up feeling fatigued and in pain, and then today woke up extremely exhausted, and then I started being in so much pain, feeling nauseous and dizzy, and eventually I had to tell my boss that I couldn't focus on my job. I couldn't focus on what I'm doing, and what I'm doing is pretty serious, and I didn't feel competent. And even though right now I'm going through the process of either whether I need medications or if there's some other, might have to have surgery done, I just don't know. But going through this process made me think of the whole time I've been thinking if I have more and more and more, that means I'll be happier, that means I'll be better off, that means all this stuff. And I'm going through a time where I'm thinking about giving my car back to the dealership, getting a cash car, just so I don't have to have a car note. And it's not even strictly about reducing expenses, but it's more so like, what am I doing? Is this making me happy? Do I feel good? Is this something that satisfies me? And my job, as good as it is, I know that's not what I want to do in life. And so now leaving a good job, giving back a brand new car just to buy a 20-year-old car, is steps that people would think of as going backwards. But I feel confident. I don't know what the next move is. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what the result of everything will be. But I do feel like I do know one thing is that working at a job that is stressful, that triggers my medical conditions, and a car that takes away the flexibility of traveling. I'm young. I want to travel. I want to see the world. I have kids. I want them to see the world. I don't want them to grow up in one neighborhood their whole life and think that that's it. I want them to experience things. I want myself to experience things. I want to be happy, but I don't want it to come from having a good job, having a nice car, having the pitch perfect white home. So I'm making these changes in my life, even though it might seem like I'm going backwards. But I do feel like I would rather trade physical possessions. I'd rather trade physical possessions for experiences that can never leave me. When you pass, you can't take your car, you can't take your house, you can't take the money that you saved your whole life. But you have your experiences, you have your life. That's what you take with you. And so I want to enjoy every second on this earth, then share and share my testimony with people who maybe feel like they're in a hard spot, maybe feel like they don't know what to do, or they don't want to work all the time and not have any time for yourself, not have any time with your kids. And actually, honestly, I'm literally coming from a household where even making more than your monthly expenses feels like a tight spot. Just to give up even that extra wiggle room for happiness, for the comfortability to take care of my kids, to see my kids, to be with my kids, instead of having to schedule it because I have to work. So right now, I am home. I am thinking about my life. I am praying. And I am encouraging myself and you to think, to analyze your life and actually take a second. And is this something that makes me happy? Is this what God has planned for my life? Is this God's purpose for me? I know everyone in life, everyone on this earth has a role and has a path that God has forged for them. But take a second and think, and not think within yourself, but actually opening up your mind to any intuition, any voices, that feeling that you ignore, even because you think that it's impossible, or because you think that it can't happen, or in this economy you can't live off of one income, or in this economy you can't afford daycare, house, a car. Then don't do it. Don't have a car. As much as we downplay public transportation. For some people, that's all they have. For some people, that's all that they can afford. And I feel like social media definitely has glamorized the want of having a house. Your parents, your family has glamorized the want and the need to have a house, to have a car, to save money for some random point in the future. But it's like you're taking away from yourself now in the present, so that in the future you can have some relief, so that in the future you don't know if you have a future. You don't know if you're waking up tomorrow. So as much as we would want to, as humans, to plan our lives and to plan for tomorrow, we can't. So I am, as a controlling person myself, well, let me not say that, as someone who likes to know in advance, who likes to have plans, who likes to organize, I am taking on this challenge within myself. God has given me this opportunity to step back and think, is this what you want in your life? Do you want to be this over-analyzing, critical, planning, stressed person? Or do you want to be happy? Do you want to be with your kids? Do you want to travel? And if that's what you want to do, then do it. Don't let, as much as it's hard to say, finances, because that's what's been getting in my way. But it's something so simple that can change your whole life. Literally today, thinking, is this right for me? Should I be leaving my job? My job, yes, it's stressful, but it's not stressful all the time. Or yes, I'm in pain, but I'm not in pain all the time. Yes, this pays well. And yes, I'm able to do this. But in a notebook I have, the quote for today was, if you want to be happy, be. Happiness is a mindset. I know, yes, they say, well, money brings happiness, and money, all this other stuff, or how you can be happy if you don't have the money to. Breathing is something that is gifted by God. Everything is gifted by God. So just because you think, oh, well, finances are tight, I can't do this and that, what are you doing with yourself? Think, honestly. And I took it upon myself. Ordering from Shein, getting my nails done, getting my toes done, having nice clothes, having jewelry, having my hair done, getting makeup, going on expensive dates, having a brand new car, having a nice house. All those things, yes, they are good to have, and they might build up your confidence, or they might build up this world that you have in your mind. But with all those things does come fear. It comes, will I be able to pay this? Will I be able to pay that? And even if you're financially free, financially you don't have that fear, you know the bills are going to be paid, you know this is going to be done, is that because you know God will take care of it? Or is it because you make so much that you don't have to worry about that stuff? So think, where are all your decisions orienting? Is it from you? Is it from your job? Is it from the fact that you have kids? Are you miserable because you have kids and you have to take care of them, but you don't have time to take care of yourself? Well, where are your time going in the day? Your time going to working, cooking, cleaning, picking up your kids, dropping them off. And then if it is, analyze that. Are you working to pay for daycare? Are you working so that you have gas to drop your kids off and go to work? Are you working for a car and a car note and a car insurance and the maintenance of a car? What are some things in your life that you think you can honestly, and all of us can do it, that you think you can honestly sacrifice just so that you can be happy? Just so that you can have more time for yourself, more time with your kids. Think of how much you can do if you honestly withdraw yourself from a capitalist society that base off all of its worth on production, off of money. I personally don't want to be stuck in that loop anymore, realizing the flaws of it. And so I am honestly, I'm taking my phone off of a phone bill. I got a flip phone with a year's worth free phone plan, just so that I don't have to spend $200+ a month on a phone bill. So just little things like that can make a difference. And for me, it's leaving my job and taking care of my kids like how I want to. I've always thought of and dreamt of homeschooling and creating a homeschool environment for kids, or even for other parents who don't want to have the kids in a public daycare or in a public school, and it's too expensive to put them in a private school, and you want to homeschool them, or you want them to be in a homeschool environment, and I want to create that atmosphere. So there's goals that I have in my life. In college, I'm a criminal justice major. I love analyzing criminology, the behaviors of people. I've always idolized wanting more, doing more, and thinking that'll make me happy. But I already knew it made me happy. I already knew the things that I enjoyed. I'm working at multiple jobs that I know that's not what I want to do with life. So if you take yourself outside of that cycle and pursue what you want to do, pursue what you enjoy. And if you don't know that, then explore. Take that time to explore. Even if that means working multiple jobs, going from an accounting job to a restaurant job to a serving job to doing construction or electricity or HVAC or teaching or nursing. Really, honestly, take that time, no matter how young, no matter how old, getting multiple certificates in multiple areas, just exploring what you like. Because one, knowledge is power. Knowledge is definitely power. But knowing yourself is the most important thing. Knowing God is the most important thing. Knowing Jesus is the most important thing. So I am taking on and will bring you guys with me on my journey to seeing what God has planned for me, because I personally don't know, and I'm okay with that. So till next time, I will be praying for you, for me,